Hi team from BNI Alpha. This is my presentation for a reminder for the presentation that I delivered in the very first few weeks of the BNI launch. Welcome to Grow Group. We are about people, profits and purpose, and you can see here we have 3 brands represented underneath Grow Group: My Plan Plus, Direct Management and Grow CFO. We hold the bookkeeping seat in the chapter, and the business brand that I'm representing is Grow CFO. And the reason we're representing that is because that's our passion to make people's businesses grow and scale. I love this message from Simon Sinek out of his book Start With Why. People don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. So I thought I would start the presentation by giving you an understanding of our why. And because we're here in the bookkeeping seat of the chapter, I thought I would explain it to you in numbers. And so obviously you can see here the numbers, and they probably don't make much sense to you. So let me explain what they mean. We have one big why. There's 358 million micro, small and medium businesses, that's MSMEs, around the world. 50% of those businesses employ others. That's a minimum of 179 million additional families on top of the 358 million families. There's another 179 million families who depend on those MSMEs. At an average family size of 4 people, that's in excess of 2 billion people supported by micro, small and medium-sized businesses. That's over 25% of the world population. But the real reason we do it is in the next 5 years, 60% of these businesses will go out of business. More than 1 billion people will be impacted by that. Their family household income will be impacted. And one of the top 5 reasons is poor cash flow. And the really silly part is that there is something we can do something about that. And so this is our story about one business and one family that decided to do something about that stat. See, we turn that financial data into strategic insights by combining expert bookkeeping and CFO guidance, so businesses can grow confidently and the business owners never have to feel lost or blindsided by financial uncertainty. Our clients are our heroes. Through their products and services and through their commitment to give back, they're making our world a better place. They might be childcare centres, educating and keeping our children safe, or that speech therapist who helped your child to speak. It might be the digital marketer who also helps out by coaching the local footy team. It could be the tradie who takes on local apprentices, or a professional service firm who help business owners with their expert advice, or help the aging population have the access to resources that they need. Or it might be the local manufacturer who's providing jobs for the community. It's these products and services, and it's their commitment to give back that makes our world a better place. And every so often we get to do something special for someone extraordinary. So I'm going to talk about our 3 first customers. And the reason for this will become clear on the next slide. One was an ed tech company that was our very first customer. And in July 2019, they were tiny. But by 2020, we had listed them on the New York Stock Exchange. The second one is a wholesaler and manufacturer that was bringing large equipment into Australia. They started out at $890,000 a year revenue, and this year should reach about 40 million. And they're actually doing their first lots of manufacturing in Australia with a purely Australian-made health tech product. And the third one is a health platform that we helped get to the top 10 fastest growth companies in 2023 in a combination of investment and also in just services. And that was the top 10 fastest growth companies for the Australian Financial Review. But what I wanted to make you present about is everything around what we had to do required the support of other people, from IP lawyers and auditors, property zoning specialists to help make sure that the manufacturing could happen, mergers and acquisitions to make sure that the team for the EdTech platform was able to bring together great acquisition companies once they listed, venture capitalists, tax accountants, people who were great at offshoring, investment people, tax specialists, logistics, human resources, pool, spa, and sauna vendors. So you can see there was such a plethora of people here that we needed to bring into their space. And that's where BNI really comes in and helps us. So let's teach you a little bit about our brand so you understand how we do what we do and why we do it that way. The first one is about our learning management. And so we make sure that when we have a small or medium-sized business owner or one of their teams in our environment, we're helping them to understand what it is that they need to know to make that next decision be a really strong decision to support their business. The next thing we do is we manage. So we use direct management as our bookkeeping brand, and we ensure that they have everything that they need up to date and on time so that they can make the best decisions on quality data. And a final thing is grow CFO. And that's where we take that financial data and that ability to understand what needs to happen next. And in that way, we help them to grow and scale into the future. So they take their learning, take their up-to-date information and apply it in their business so that they can provide more opportunities for themselves and others. The pace of change has never been this fast, yet it will never be slow again. This was a quote from Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau at the 2018 speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos. And this is why we're very much about how do we use AI, how do we guide and lead not only our team but other business owners in using intelligence and building their future based on what's coming up next. So we take our clients on a journey with us. We know that when we've got bookkeeping clients, they really start out just needing those very basic things, especially when they're really small. And then we start to increase our services with them. But you can see around about in the top of this orange curve and at the start of the green curve, those business owners are starting to take those parts of that bookkeeping back in-house. And this is entirely appropriate because as they scale and grow, they need to have their own in-house financial team. And that's when we start to provide them with the fundamentals of CFO engagement. And we continue with them all the way until we graduate them from our CFO services. And the reason we graduate them is because they need to have in-house finance team leaders perfectly equipped to run their business. And so you can see along the bottom the levels of training that we provide at that same time and paced in that same way to give them the understanding that they need. But you'll also notice that our partners grow with us over time as well. The types of engagements grow over time. So, for example, they might need their first human resources documentation and legal services and contracts and everything quite early on in the piece. But later on, as they grow bigger, they may need to take up payroll services and SEO. They may need funding. And as we take them through the CFO engagements, commercial lending, etc. So you can see that we take our partners on the journey with us, and the partners come in at different critical moments in the business owners' lives. So we have 3 easy ways to partner. The first is a discovery session that we do, and we offer that complimentary service for every one of our potential customers and partners, and we just have a conversation about what it is that they might need and how we can help them. We also do a business financial health check using AI, and when we use that AI, we're able to have a look at their books and see what it is that they might need and what's going on under the hood of their business. And for our bigger clients, we do a cash flow strategy session. This enables us to take their full numbers and give them some understanding of the top 3 things that can really shift the needle for their cash flow or shift the needle for their business growth in the future. So these three ways to partner, it's a really easy way for you to refer someone into our space. So if you want to book a discovery session with any of your clients with us, you can feel free to take a scan of this QR code. And if you want to know more about the business financial health check or the cash flow strategy session, the business financial health check is a $500 investment, but we make sure also that the cost of this session is fully credited towards the engagement. So they get a financial health check if they're in any doubt of whether or not their books are a mess and they just want to have a quick check. We can do that. We can run AI over it and give them a full report of telling them exactly what needs to be fixed and how. And then with the cash flow strategy session, it's a 2-hour session. In that session, we take their numbers and we take them very carefully through unpacking what is going on under the hood of the business, what the numbers are telling us is the best strategy going forward. We have a guaranteed ROI on this, which is very unaccountanty. And the reason for that is that we know that we can provide at least a 10 times return on investment, or we give them their money back. We've never had to do that yet. So, always finishing in gratitude. Feeling gratitude and not expressing it is like wrapping a present and not giving it. So in gratitude for listening, for supporting our business, our clients and our family and friends, and for allowing us to have the privilege of doing the same for you, we've helped 28 women in Tanzania receive business support and training to learn about business and to invest for their futures. We've provided 840 days of safe drinking water for families in Cambodia. We've planted a tree in the Daintree rainforest in far north Queensland. We've provided sewing training for women in Bangladesh so they can create their own business, and we've helped farmers in Kenya by training them to be beekeepers. And we're doing this through Global Giving Initiative B1G1 Business for Good. So thank you, BNI Alpha, and thank you for the opportunity to present to you.